bonnet, a Shakespeare sonnet, you're Mickey Mouse.
If you think classic Hollywood actors were just actors, you're wrong. Many of them were also great singers. Even some of your favorites were brilliant vocalists. Let's dive deeper to see who was also a hidden singer, where they performed, which movies they sang in, and whether they were good or bad singers. Carrie Grant. The charming, ever-suave Carrie Grant, known for his impeccable comedic timing and debonair looks, suddenly breaking into song. Surprising, right? But that's exactly what happened in the Barclays of Broadway in 1949, where Grant partnered with Ginger Rogers in one of his few musical performances. While Cary Grant might not be the first actor you think of when it comes to singing, he actually held his own in the musical numbers, proving that his smooth demeanor wasn't limited to his acting. Though his voice wasn't as polished as some of his contemporaries, there was something irresistible about his relaxed, almost playful singing style. And let's face it, his charm didn't hurt either. Cary Grant's role in this film added a delightful surprise for his fans, reminding everyone that there was more to this actor than just his iconic roles in romantic comedies and dramas. Lana Turner. Lana Turner was known for her stunning beauty and dramatic film roles, but you might be surprised to learn that she had more than just a glamorous face. In The Merry Widow in 1952, Turner showed a different side to her acting abilities, one that included her singing talent. Known as a dramatic actress who typically played roles full of tension and heartache, it's easy to forget that Turner could hold a tune. Her singing in The Merry Widow was elegant and surprisingly captivating, allowing her to break away from her usual roles and showcase her versatility. While Turner's voice was never the focus of her career, it was enough to reveal that she had a rich, sultry sound that added a layer of depth to her performances. It was moments like these that proved she was more than just a pretty face in Hollywood. Mary Martin. Now, let's talk about Mary Martin. When you think of her, you might picture her in her Broadway glory as Peter Pan, soaring across the stage, captivating audiences with her powerful voice. And that's exactly the side of Mary Martin that many didn't realize she had, an extraordinary talent for singing that left a mark on both theater and film. Her portrayal of Peter Pan, especially in the 1954 production, became legendary, earning her countless accolades. But her role in South Pacific in 1958 made her a household name and cemented her status as one of Broadway's finest. With a voice that could fill a theater, Martin's performances were nothing short of magical. She won a Tony Award for her role in South Pacific, and her voice continued to captivate audiences long after the curtain fell. Mary Martin's success on Broadway proved that her musical talents weren't just a side note. They were central to her career. Dick Powell. Dick Powell's career was one of transformation. He started as a crooner in the 1930s, beloved for his charming voice and smooth delivery. Powell's big break came with 42nd Street in 1933, where his singing talent was front and center. He had an impeccable ability to perform with the perfect amount of charm, making him a go-to leading man in musical films. But Powell's talents weren't confined to just singing. His success in the world of film noir, such as Murder, My Sweet in 1944, showed his range as an actor, but his musical beginnings were never forgotten. His roles in films like Gold Diggers of 1933 and The Little Giant in 1946 made Powell one of the go-to musical stars of the era. His smooth crooning and energetic performances made him a favorite of musical film lovers and showcased a side of Powell that made him unforgettable. Bing Crosby. The name alone brings to mind smooth jazz and timeless classics. But what many may not know is that Bing Crosby's influence on music is legendary. He's the voice behind White Christmas in 1942, the song that has become synonymous with the holiday season. But Crosby didn't just limit himself to Christmas tunes. His performances in films like Holiday Inn in 1942 and The Bells of St. Mary's in 1945 solidified his place as the quintessential crooner of the Golden Age. He blended big band sounds with pop and jazz, creating a style that defined a generation. His rich baritone voice wasn't just a product of his film career. It transcended into radio broadcasts and live performances that millions of fans tuned into. Crosby's ability to infuse emotion into every note made him a star far beyond the silver screen, leaving a lasting legacy in both the music and film industries. Sheridan. Sheridan, dubbed the Oomph Girl, had one of the most magnetic screen presences of her time, and it turns out that her singing was just as captivating. In films like King's Row in 1942 and The Man Who Came to Dinner in 1942, Sheridan's voice was the perfect match for her sultry image. Though she wasn't known as a full-fledged singer like some of her peers, her performances in musical moments showed that she could hold her own. Her voice had a smoky quality that matched the intensity of her roles, making her musical appearances all the more memorable. Sheridan's ability to combine her sex appeal with a unique vocal quality made her a standout in Hollywood films, where her talents were recognized not only for her acting, but also for her ability to seamlessly blend song and character. Elizabeth Taylor. Did you ever get a chance to listen to any of the songs by Elizabeth Taylor? Well, you may be surprised, but Elizabeth also showed her skills in singing. In 1944, she showcased her vocal talent in the film National Velvet. While the movie is best known for her remarkable performance as a young girl who trains a horse to race, Elizabeth Taylor also displayed her charming voice in a few musical numbers. Though her singing career was not as extensive as her acting, her sweet, lilting voice added a layer of charm to her early films. While Taylor may not have pursued a major music career, her ability to sing further demonstrated her versatility as an entertainer. Later in her career, she remained primarily focused on acting, but moments like these from her earlier years show that she was a multifaceted star with hidden talents. Despite being known for her iconic roles in films like Cleopatra in 1963 and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Elizabeth Taylor's brief foray into singing reminds us that she had a broad range of abilities that extended far beyond her award-winning acting. Bob Hope. Bob Hope's career as a comedian and host is legendary, but his musical talents were equally notable. Hope's performances in films like The Paleface in 1948 and Road to Morocco in 1942 often combined comedy and music, making him one of Hollywood's most versatile entertainers. What made Hope unique was his ability to blend humor with musical performance, creating a style that was both entertaining and endearing. During his USO tours, he brought joy to soldiers with his humor and singing, becoming an American icon not just for his comedic timing, but for his talent as a song and dance man. In his films, he frequently sang along with his co-stars, creating memorable moments where his charm and voice came together seamlessly. Esther Williams. When you think of Esther Williams, you likely picture her gracefully swimming through vibrant underwater scenes in glamorous movies. But did you know that she could also sing? In films like On an Island with You in 1948, Williams showcased not only her impeccable swimming skills, but also her musical talents. While her singing wasn't the main attraction of her career, it was undeniably charming. Williams was often cast in films that combined swimming and song, and her voice, though not as renowned as some, added to her all-around appeal. The fact that she could sing while executing breathtaking aquatic choreography made her performances all the more impressive. Esther Williams didn't just rule the water, she also proved that she had a voice that was as graceful as her swimming. Frank Sinatra. You know Frank Sinatra as the ultimate crooner, right? His voice is smooth, classic, and instantly recognizable. But let's not forget that Sinatra was an actor before becoming a full-fledged music legend. He appeared in films like From Here to Eternity in 1953, but it's his singing that cemented his place in history. Hits like My Way and New York made him an international sensation. Frank wasn't just performing, he was creating magic with every note. His ability to seamlessly blend jazz, pop, and big band sounds changed the music industry forever. Sinatra's voice wasn't just a sound, it was an emotional experience that left listeners with chills. From Hollywood to radio stations to concert halls, Sinatra's career spans decades, influencing generations of artists. Rita Hayworth. Rita Hayworth may have been the ultimate screen siren, but her singing talents often flew under the radar. Known for her stunning beauty and roles in Gilda in 1946, and You'll Never Get Rich in 1941, Hayworth also showcased her musical chops in several films. Her voice, though not as famous as her acting, was alluring and captivating. In You'll Never Get Rich, Hayworth performed a few memorable songs that proved she had more to offer than just her beauty. She wasn't just a pretty face. Hayworth could sing and dance with the best of them, which helped solidify her as one of Hollywood's most well-rounded performers. Her performances in these musical numbers added another layer to her allure, showcasing a side of Hayworth that made her even more unforgettable. Gene Kelly. Gene Kelly didn't just light up the screen with his dance moves, he could sing too. Kelly's performance in Singin' in the Rain in 1952 is legendary, and for good reason. He was a triple threat: actor, dancer, and singer. While Kelly was best known for his iconic dance routines, his voice added a special dimension to his performances. In Singin' in the Rain, his rendition of the title track combined his perfect timing with a surprising vocal talent. Kelly wasn't just a dancer who could carry a tune, he brought musical numbers to life with energy and charisma, making him one of the most versatile stars of the golden age of Hollywood. His performances in An American in Paris in 1951 also showcased his incredible singing ability, solidifying him as one of Hollywood's true entertainers. Betty Grable. Betty Grable was Hollywood's quintessential pin-up girl, but behind that glamour was a voice that matched her charm. Grable starred in numerous musical comedies, and while her singing may not have been the centerpiece of her career, it was undeniably captivating. In Sweet Rosie O'Grady in 1943, Grable showed off her vocal skills in a way that complemented her iconic beauty. While her singing didn't overshadow her acting career, it played an important role in her success in Hollywood's musical landscape. Grable's voice, sweet and energetic, was a perfect match for her bubbly personality. She became the face of the Hollywood musical genre, adding both vocal and acting skills to her remarkable repertoire. Even if she wasn't the most famous singer, her musical contributions helped solidify her place in Hollywood history. Judy Garland. Judy Garland is the gold standard when it comes to actor-singers. While she's mostly known for her role as Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz in 1939, her voice is legendary. Somewhere Over the Rainbow remains one of the most iconic songs in movie history, and Garland's emotional depth is unmatched. Her voice wasn't just powerful, it was one of the most expressive in the world. Garland's incredible range and ability to convey deep emotions through song made her one of Hollywood's most beloved entertainers. Whether she was belting out a Broadway ballad in Meet Me in St. Louis in 1944, or performing a tear-jerking number in A Star is Born in 1954, Garland's singing touched the hearts of millions. Garland's legacy as a singer is just as important as her acting, making her one of the most iconic figures in entertainment history. Debbie Reynolds. Debbie Reynolds had a natural gift for both acting and singing. She is best known for her role in Singin' in the Rain in 1952, where she stole the show with her energetic performance and stunning voice. Reynolds was full of life and charm, and her singing abilities matched her bright, vivacious personality. Her voice, full of energy, was perfect for the musicals she starred in, including the unsinkable Molly Brown in 1964, where she showcased her vocal talents alongside her acting skills. Reynolds' singing was lively and fun, complementing her bubbly on-screen presence. She wasn't just a one-dimensional star, her ability to both act and sing made her a standout in Hollywood's golden era. Even if she wasn't the most famous singer, her talent in both fields helped secure her place as one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. Danny Kaye. Danny Kaye was a comedic genius, but don't forget, he could sing too. In White Christmas in 1954 and The Secret Life of Walter Mitty in 1947, Kaye brought joy and laughter with his combination of comedic timing and musical talent. Kaye's voice was as versatile as his acting, and he seamlessly blended humor with song, making him one of Hollywood's most entertaining figures. He wasn't just a funny man. His musical numbers were as impressive as his comedic sketches. Kaye's unique ability to bring together comedy and music made him a standout performer, and his charming, energetic singing style made every number memorable. From his playful voice to his comedic delivery, Kay was an entertainer who truly excelled in all areas of performance. Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand is a force to be reckoned with, not just in acting but also as a singing legend. Best known for Funny Girl in 1968, Streisand became a household name thanks to her incredible voice. Her performance as Fanny Brice in the film earned her an Academy Award, but it was her singing that captured the hearts of millions. Streisand's vocal range is unparalleled, and songs like People in Evergreen are just a small sample of the vast catalog of hits she's delivered over her career. Beyond her success in Hollywood, she's also won multiple Grammy Awards and has sold over 150 million albums worldwide. Barbra's ability to seamlessly transition between acting and singing has solidified her as one of the greatest talents of all time. Whether she's performing on screen or on stage, Barbra Streisand's voice continues to leave audiences in awe. Elvis Presley. When you think of Elvis Presley, it's hard not to think of his rock and roll legacy. But did you know that Elvis wasn't just the king of rock? He was also an actor, and his singing career crossed into Hollywood in a major way. Presley starred in a string of films during the 1960s, including Blue Hawaii in 1961 and Jailhouse Rock in 1957. While his acting skills were often ridiculed, his voice, iconic. His blend of rock, blues, and gospel sounds created the soundtrack of a generation. Even if his films weren't always hits, his music made every movie he starred in unforgettable. Elvis was a sensation not just on the big screen, but also in concert halls around the world. His songs like Can't Help Falling in Love and Hound Dog became classics, making him one of the most influential figures in both film and music history. Don Johnson. Before starring in Miami Vice in 1984 to 1989, Don Johnson was already a musician. His connection to music goes back to the 70s, long before he became a TV icon. Johnson had been writing songs for the Allman Brothers Band, and even went on tour with them before making it big in acting. His musical talent caught the ear of Barbra Streisand, who was so impressed by his voice that she invited him to sing a duet on her album. Johnson was terrified at first, but Streisand had full confidence in him. With her support, Johnson found himself singing alongside one of the greatest voices in the industry. Though he's mostly known for his acting, his early passion for music helped him create a crossover career. He even released albums of his own, with his distinct blend of rock and blues. Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is known for his action-packed roles in Die Hard in 1988, but did you know he had a musical side? After his TV success in Moonlighting, Willis decided to explore music with his album The Return of Bruno in 1987. Though the press had a lot of fun poking fun at his musical attempt, calling it appealing kitsch, Willis clearly enjoyed himself. The album had a playful mix of blues and soul, with Willis taking on the persona of his musical alter ego, Bruno. Despite mixed reviews, Willis didn't let the critics stop him. He continued making music, proving that acting wasn't his only talent. His passion for music was real, and although it wasn't as successful as his acting career, he clearly had fun experimenting with it. After all, who could resist a star who's not afraid to branch out and embrace new artistic forms? Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy is not just a comedic legend, he's also a talented musician. In the 1980s, Murphy released hits like Party All the Time in 1985, which was produced by Rick James and became a certified hit. The song's catchy beat and Murphy's smooth vocals proved that he wasn't just a funny guy, he could hold his own in the music industry. Murphy continued to blend his love of comedy and music in later years, especially with his contributions to the Shrek soundtrack. His ability to transition between acting and singing is a testament to his versatility. Whether he's cracking jokes or belting out tunes, Murphy's talent is undeniable, and he certainly made a mark in both the music and entertainment industries. Maya Rudolph. Maya Rudolph isn't just known for her comedic chops, she's also a talented singer. Growing up with a soul singer mother, Maya always had music in her blood. In the 90s, she was the keyboardist and backup singer for the band The Rentals, showing that she was as serious about her musical career as her acting career. Her background in music helped her bring a unique energy to her acting roles, and today, she's one of the most versatile performers in Hollywood. Her work as a singer has been just as impressive as her roles on Saturday Night Live and in movies like Bridesmaids in 2011. Rudolph's musical background adds depth to her talent, making her a powerhouse both on screen and on stage. Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon is famous for his roles in films like Footloose in 1984, but did you know he's also a successful musician? In 1995, Bacon formed the Bacon Brothers with his brother Michael, and the duo has since released 6 albums. The Bacon Brothers' music blends country, rock, and soul, and the band's charm is rooted in their passion for music. Bacon's love for music wasn't just a hobby, it was a lifelong pursuit. His diverse musical influences, from 60s rock to Motown, gave the Bacon Brothers a unique sound. Bacon's journey from actor to musician shows how deeply his passion for music runs. He's not just a Footloose star, he's a musician with a real connection to his craft. Not just old Hollywood actors, many new actors can also sing. Here is the list of the current actors who have shown their talent in singing as well. Scarlet Johansson. In 2008, Johansson released her debut album, Anywhere I Lay My Head, which was a collection of covers of songs by Tom Waits. Her deep, smoky voice added a unique, almost haunting quality to the tracks, earning mixed yet generally positive reviews. The album is an unexpected side of Johansson, who had already established herself as a dramatic actress in Hollywood. She didn't stop there. Johansson continued to explore her musical side by performing as part of a music duo called The Singles, alongside singer-songwriter Pete Yorn. Their collaboration produced the album Break Up in 2009, a mix of folk and indie pop that showcased her vocal range and emotional depth. Johansson's voice has always been praised for its rich, raspy quality, which brings a sense of maturity to her musical projects. Although music has never been her main career, Scarlett has performed live at various events and has shown that she's just as comfortable with a microphone in hand as she is in front of the camera. Ryan Gosling. While Gosling's portrayal of a jazz musician in La La Land was a major part of his success in the film, his real-life musical talent runs much deeper. He is a founding member of the band Dead Man's Bones, which he formed with his friend Zach Shields. Dead Man's Bones released their self-titled debut album in 2009. The album's unique sound blends elements of indie rock, blues, and a bit of spooky theatrical flair, and it's filled with haunting melodies and lyrics. Gosling's voice, although not conventionally polished, is emotionally raw and complements the band's eerie yet soulful tone. The album features a children's choir, further enhancing its dark yet whimsical quality. The band received praise for its unconventional approach to music, with Gosling's vocals adding an extra layer of emotional depth to their tracks. Hugh Jackman. Jackman has always had a passion for singing, and it's a skill that he showcased long before his famous role as Wolverine. He starred in Les Miserables in 2012 as Jean Valjean, a role that required him to sing some of the most iconic songs in musical theater. His performance of Bring Him Home, a challenging, emotional ballad, earned widespread praise and showcased his powerful vocal abilities. Jackman's love for musical theater dates back to his earlier career. In 2003, he starred in The Boy from Oz, a Broadway musical about the life of entertainer Peter Allen. His performance earned him a Tony Award for Best Actor in a Musical, and it solidified Jackman's place as a multi-talented performer. Jackman has since gone on to perform in numerous live concerts, incorporating music into his theatrical shows, including his Hugh Jackman, The Man, The Music. The show concert tour, where he dazzled audiences with his combination of acting, singing, and dancing, Kristen Bell. Behind her charming acting roles, Kristen Bell has also shown that she has a stunning vocal talent. In Frozen, Belle's voice brought Anna to life in one of the biggest animated musicals of all time, and her performance of the hit song, Do You Want to Build a Snowman, became iconic. The film's soundtrack was a chart-topping success, and Belle's vocal performance helped make Frozen a worldwide sensation. Beyond Frozen, Kristen Bell has been involved in a number of musical projects. She has performed on stage in musicals, including her role in the Broadway production of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer in 1997. Bell also showcased her singing ability on Veronica Mars, where her character occasionally performed musical numbers. She has sung in several of her movies and TV shows, adding a musical flair to her acting repertoire. Bell has always been an advocate for her passion for music, often sharing her love for singing in interviews and on social media. Her talent in both acting and music shows that Bell is more than just a comedic actress. Tessa Thompson. Thompson has always had a strong passion for music, which is evident in her solo work and her collaborations with other musicians. In recent years, Thompson has released music as a solo artist, showcasing her soulful voice with songs that blend elements of R&B, soul, and pop. Her interest in music extends beyond just recording. Thompson has collaborated with various artists, contributing her vocals to tracks across genres. She's also showcased her singing abilities in some of her films, including Sorry to Bother You in 2018, where her character plays in a band. Thompson's voice brings a depth and authenticity to her music, and she's quickly becoming known as an artist in her own right. While she's better known for her acting roles, Tessa Thompson is proving that she has the versatility to succeed in both acting and music. Her ability to seamlessly transition between both worlds only adds to her already impressive career. Will Smith. Before becoming a Hollywood action star, Will Smith was already making waves in the music industry as part of the rap duo DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Smith's musical career began with the release of his debut album, Rock the House, in 1987, but it was Parents Just Don't Understand in 1988 that earned the duo a Grammy Award, making them the first rap artists to win the prestigious honor. Smith's unique blend of humor, storytelling, and catchy beats made him one of the most successful rap artists of the late 80s and early 90s. Smith's success in music didn't stop with his early hits. As his acting career took off with The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in 1990 to 1996, Smith maintained his connection to music, releasing albums like Big Willie Style in 1997, which featured hit songs like Gettin' Jiggy With It. The album was a commercial success, proving that Smith was a versatile artist who could balance both acting and music. Amanda Seyfried. Amanda Seyfried, known for Mamma Mia in 2008 and Les Miserables in 2012, has a beautiful voice that she showcased in her acting career. She's also appeared in several musical films where she gets to sing, including Dear John in 2010 and Les Miserables. Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep is often regarded as one of the greatest actresses of all time, and she has proven herself as a talented singer as well. Her roles in Mamma Mia in 2008 and Into the Woods in 2014 showed off her beautiful voice, proving she could do it all. Her singing in Mamma Mia was particularly well received, and she's since shown her musical talents in various projects. Zoe De Chanel. Well, many people mistake Zoe De Chanel for Katy Perry, but they don't just resemble each other, they both have same talents. Zoe De Chanel is not just an actress, she's also an incredibly talented singer. She is half of the folk rock duo She and Him, alongside musician M. Ward. The duo released their first album, Volume 1, in 2008, which received praise for its charm and De Chanel's sweet, clear vocals. Her voice is often described as dreamy and vintage, perfect for the retro, melodic sounds of She and Him. She's also performed live and even appeared on soundtracks for various movies and TV shows, including Days of Summer in 2009, where she contributed songs. Her vocal style draws from 60s pop and indie rock influences, making her a unique voice in the modern music scene. Beyond She and Him, Zoe De Chanel has also ventured into solo projects, but her music with MC Ward continues to be a major highlight of her musical career. These actors not only left their mark in Hollywood, but also showed that talent could extend beyond acting. Whether they were crooning in a musical, belting out a ballad, or surprising us with their vocal ability, these stars proved that their talents knew no bounds.